Oh, that's right, Faye. That's right. Don't remember to do anything. Forget to do any of the things that you have to do to make sure that things are working. Holy flying... What? Where were my help?
Darth Tory just subbed for 7 months. Hello there.
Hello, puppet. My brain, it's frickin' frozen solid. Did I mention I'm tired? I feel like I don't actually have to do this anymore because it's pretty much set, but at the same time, I feel like I have to do that because if I don't, then people might assume that she's not on a diet anymore, but, you know, also might forget what the schedule is and or forget to remind me if I fall off the wagon. Also, I got a new koozie. This one's for 16-ounce cans. And no, I do not plan on putting any alcoholic beverages into one of these. Ever. These will always be soft drinks. Well, I mean, I've started trying to find my creators on YouTube, and I found Scotty K and former fat guy, Tank Tolman, Liam from the Plant Slant. So basically, so far I've found a bunch of my like health/food guys that I followed on TikTok, and then Tank Tolman. Yeah, see, I don't bother to look at because I don't generally look at their bios so much. Like, I go to their bio to look at the videos. I was really sad that Jordan the Grey Witch, not Jordan Stallion, or Jordan the Stallion, Jordan the Grey Witch, she's not on YouTube. I'm very sad. She lives in Pennsylvania. I would... If TikTok gets banned and she doesn't move her butt to frickin'... Well, she's probably on Instagram, and I do not do Instagram. I have 2 Instagrams, but I don't use either of them at all. And I have people who follow me, and I've never posted a fucking thing. Admittedly, they're all friends on Facebook. But, like, I have specifically told people not to bother to follow me because there will never be any content. I mean, I tend to watch all of it on my computer. So for me, it kind of just doesn't matter. Short form is always going to look weird. It does. It just looks weird. Super weird. Yeah, I've been seriously considering it, except that I still have a few people who I only ever hear from via Facebook. And and we occasionally get together and do things, but I don't think that they would reach out to me just on text. And I'm not likely to reach out to anybody at all. I get wrapped up in my day and I forget to do things. Darth can attest to this. And he's somebody who definitely matters. Like, definitely matters. And yeah, no, I will go and start my weekend and everything will fly out of my fucking head. I will completely fucking forget. I also do not, like, I have decided that regardless of the fact that I don't really have much choice, I have to have Facebook around. Nothing that I read, unless it's from a page that I trust, nothing that I read is real. People have been busy making a point that Facebook getting rid of its fact checkers is a bad idea and a bad thing because they're literally intentionally out there posting lies explicitly about Zuckerberg. This is not to say that I am remotely Zuckerberg, like, I am not his fan, not even a little. Nope. I've just been on Facebook since 2006. I was resilient to change, so I was not like one of the early adopters. I was still on MySpace for a really long time. Yeah, I think it was 2006. I was working for CompUSA at the time. I remember that. So it was sometime between 2003 and 2007. So. I really did not want to give up my my MySpace at the time. I just really didn't want to, and I forget what finally made me do it. My little T-SAN. I changed the way that they're attached to the microphone stand. Okay, they're literally like I can't pick them up and I can't just unwrap them from around the microphone stand anymore because they're going through the cable hole. So like I got tired of having to fix them all the time. All right, let's do this. You guys might hear from Coda at some point tonight trying to go OUT. We had a very late DINNER because it's very cold outside and I didn't want to have to let her OUT, go back to answering phones, and then have her barking up to come back inside while I was on a call, because I knew that that's what would happen. So we had very late DINNER. After going OUT before DINNER. So yeah, it's been a whole thing. So also, I got some different water flavor packets for my water. They are candy flavors. Specifically, they are candy flavors that are very recognizable brands and fruit flavored. They're very good. Okay, so we're going to go through here.
Faster! Time to fight.
Wait. Why are you guys up here? You gonna make me get off of you're going
Deserve a rest.
The people of Armor might not have been the friendliest sorts, but they didn't deserve this. Not that the Aether cares. It springs up wherever it likes. Nowadays that seems to be all over. I know you go, Sid. There's a cash about.
Okay, I don't remember them being there. Oh! Whoops. You don't need that up there. There's a reason for that. That should take care of that. Thank you for catching that relatively early on. I appreciate it.
The wind. Damn it. The whole village is turned.
Oh, that's right. Now I have to... I was still set up for a lethal. Although I don't remember streaming this weekend. Oh, my face feels a fair bit better. I mean, it's still a little bit sore, but it's not bad. And I'm no longer having problems with my my iPad recognizing me. The swelling was so bad my iPad would not unlock without my code at all. The only other thing I can think of to stop that from happening at this point would be to set up a completely separate scene for lethal streams or PC game streams.
No holding back. Be safe.
Not that I actually think we're going to be doing too many PC games anymore. Mostly because the majority of PC games that I've tried to get to run, there doesn't seem to be a good way to make them run windowed. Oh, how out have I got the fucking... Oh, we're all the way up to 50. Holy smokes.
That's all of them.
Okay,
Oh, I
we
can
have
cross his
all the
toes now.
spherical echoes. Yay!
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Okay, but first... You know, the side effect of doing this like this is that hopefully the initial updates for Soul Reaver 1 and 2 will get put in place before we start playing. They haven't yet, that I'm aware of.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
I'm not positive, personally. I know that there are a couple of bugs in the PlayStation version of the game. Just like there were a couple of them in the PC version.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Lunix! Alright. Let's see here. Flavors are over there. East Pool. There.
We've got a few rooms going spare now. You want a bed for the night?
That is not.
You speak to Martha.
Why the fuck? You ever hate yourself? For the way your brain doesn't work? I mean, maybe they belong to ogres. You ever think about that? I'm just making it worse. No, I do not want to fight them. Stop it, Torgal. Ignores them. Ignores them. Ignores them all. Ow. I really wish the place markers that you put down would go away when you get too close to them. But they don't.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You can't kill me. I'm the main character.
You're welcome to try.
Also, I'm Sid. Heck off. I'm also a Frit. Double feck off. What? They're all pushed back so far. That's what happens when you try to use your best skill on a dead man.
Farewell.
Sorry. Okay, maybe I'm not sorry.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid.
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Gee, thanks for sending me back to the hideaway.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sandbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
I had to take a moment to order a new oil-filled heater. Mine has apparently gone on the fritz. I mean, there's a new quest. There can't be any new quests here yet.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
Ah! I don't want to do another quest for Blackthorn. Well, I do, but sure. Yeah, and let me tell you, the presence of that heater was responsible for making this room actually kind of bearable.
Canva lost. It can't
However,
be true.
the lack of the heater has made staying under the covers a lot easier.
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting you back so soon. So, is it good news or bad?
Good, thankfully. Here.
Ah, that's brilliant. Thanks a blimmin' million. I'll fit them to the smelter right away.
Yeah, otherwise they'll be down to no snakes. And considering that a ball python can live to be 40.
May I present to you
Actually, both of the corn snakes died really young, too.
Telemon furnace? Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Alright, I guess we gotta go talk to
Can
Blackthorn.
we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today?
Canva lost.
Wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had anything so delicious.
I should be so lucky.
The man himself. We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you. It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his level work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles? That'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I, trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Okay, you can tell he recorded that in a different room than where Blackthorn was. The sound of the room was very different.
Don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Clive.
Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here.
No, I thought I'd cheat ya. Go to East Pool. Sorry. So much of this game makes me just cry. I am a crybaby. We have the red chocobos sign. No, crimson. Whatever. Alright, I think that is everything in the hideaway. Except for the, you know, questy quest. Which we're not doing right now. I mean, we will. Just not right now.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed. Only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far,
subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will, a home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Let's go.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Await, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes.
No. I was just waiting for it to get to a point where it felt like a decent spot to pause. And then I was like, well, now I have to wait for the commercial break to end. Go to the pupper doodah. Do you want a treat? And now we wait. There is. We'll come over here and get a treat. Yeah. Go there. She really enjoyed this weekend because I made big meals for myself where she ended up getting a lot of snackage from. Like on Sunday, I made gnocchi and 3 chicken breasts. And rather than making some kind of a sauce, I used butter that I laid on top of everything to melt over the gnocchi and everything. It was oh my God. And she got a lot. Yes, she got it a lot. Now go let me touch the face. you. Yesterday she was Miss Pay Attention to Me also. So, hey, Mom. Pay attention to me. I want you to pay attention to me. Between her and the updates to the game spreadsheet, I didn't play any video games.
Not let this village fall.
Over here!
Damn it!
Stay down!
He's not gonna stay down. You didn't kill him.
Now, Torgal!
This one.
Get him!
Behind me?
This one. Go, Torgal! Sick!
I really wish I could get that beyond a 5.
You're finished! Enough!
I don't think Clive even broke a sweat.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Okay. No point in mapping there, because... reasons.
Next one's mine. I might not know what...
Let's go.
Hello, Ambrosia. And now I just want some ambrosia salad. Which, of course, is more of a dinner than... or not more of a dinner. It's more of a dessert than a actual meal. Yes? Yeah, except I'm in the middle of a stream. Okay. my housemate checking to see if I want to get my meds. That he does for me because I can't do injections.
There it is.
I'm not standing in a very good spot.
With me, Torgal. All yours, Torgal. This one.
We're a couple of weeks behind.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Our schedules don't line up very well, so it makes it kind of difficult to schedule it.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't going to rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'll be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
It's funny, in my head, Wade is so much older than Clive. But really, he's probably 3 or 4 years older than Clive.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful, anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Got another curiosity. Alright. Is there anything else? No. Anything on the outside? No. Okay. We'll take a look at the board. If there's nothing on the hunt board, and guess what time it is? Story
Covered in
time.
nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Also, going through all of this stuff, you can kind of see why I get irritated about being forced into talking to Vivian. She's basically there to spout off deep lore, and yet there's, you know, plenty of lore just playing the
I
fucking
wasn't
game.
expecting you back so soon.
Really, you weren't.
Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours.
Yahoo.
Come again. I may have more for you.
No, you won't. Well, you will, but it won't matter because I already have it.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move.
Cup of soup?
Here, it's fresh from the well.
Damn it, now I want a cup of soup. muffin, a cup of soup.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear.
It was Ultima.
And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there.
For your earring. Or one of them.
You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming!
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Did anyone else think that Jill sounded a little like she was talking over a radio? Not like a broadcast radio, but like a very high-end walkie-talkie. I don't know why today the quality of the sounds are sticking out to me. Really, there are hunts available now? Also, we're getting very close to the point where we can start doing the DLC. So we have that to look forward to. Try. Oh, this is Cerberus. Caravan of traders traversing Valkyrie. Fossil beast. Oh, never mind. That's the I was thinking that it was a three-headed dog. This one is a chimera. Oh, I don't remember where this one is. Where are you? Alright, so it's near the Dalamil Inn. Well, let's do that, and then we'll, assuming it'll let us. Let's even see if it'll let us. Oh, it will. Okay. Alright, now...
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
Where? Oh, okay, it's up over here somewhere.
How the hell did that bastard get through the desert gate? Where were the guards?
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Close, but not quite right. There it is.
Straight home now. We're not going to outrun this one. Stay close to it.
Mogul, kill!
thing is a pain in the bum.
Go to him! Go to him! Attack!
Ow.
Go to him!
There's a good boy.
This one.
No, Delta Force. No, Delta Force. GTF. Oh, ow. There we go.
Should have picked on someone your own size.
All right. And the only thing to do now is go and talk to Vivian.
I still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
How about I interrupt you right now?
Barnabas Tharm. The one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yahoo! Wait, there's a new... What the fuck?
Please,
Yote.
Your Grace, stay. Ah, my Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but... But His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Tarja and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
Sorry guys, my sister is calling and I'm trying to inform her that this is a bad time. But she's not exactly listening.
For Joshua? Anything?
Thank you, my lord.
Just keeps giving me
So,
back-to-back phone calls.
What is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Goodness gracious. So much stuff. No. I know what she wants now, but I just really need her to be more patient. What the heck did I... Lunix, I pinned your high instead of the thing that I meant to pin. That's most excellent. I just noticed that. Okay. We're supposed to be going down there. Literally down the hill.
Ready, go? Yeah! Time to fight. Here's the aqueduct.
She doesn't want to go any further.
Now to find our stonerwort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals.
Yeah, but first we have to fight this thing.
Just my luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
Yahoo! It's actually the same group that's here at any point in time during the beginning of the game, except for the fact that the group during the beginning of the game aren't Akashic.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right. That should do it. Let's get these...
Back to the hideaway. Okay, sounds like a great plan.
Yote, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, now before I go anywhere... Okay.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
The shoot and the awe are more about the fact that I am bad at time
I
management.
have no reason to assume otherwise.
Well, then that changes everything.
Fun McDuda. You ready for some treats? They go come and get treats? Okay, we're still working on doing stream stuff, so there's no OUT yet. Can I start on this one? I've never stood around long enough to realize that the conversation before a quest will repeat. I just found that out. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Are you licking your bed? You licking? She's a silly goose. Silly goose.
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Well, then that changes everything.
And now repeat it again.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Mid said I can ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. I might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though, just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
You have nothing to worry about.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Why have you still not left for Eastpool?
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to Eastpool. But as soon as the rebuilding work is complete, I promise to return.
Move! Now we have the sign from Martha's Rest. We aren't going to get absolutely everything, but we will get the majority of things. Oh, that would be really cool. Alright. That's all the missives. Not the button I was trying to push. I mean, it's literally the button I needed to push. It's just not what I was trying to do.
I am certain we will find what we seek in Ash, and learn the truth of Ultima's origins.
Yep. Yep. We'll see.
How do you split the sea, you reckon?
I reckon we're better off not knowing.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Look at how deep this hole is. So fucking deep. Sorry.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it.
All right.
Always wanted to visit Ash.
We're in Waluda territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
We really, really, really don't want to go to the castle.
Remember what I said about warm welcomes, Gav?
Oh, this place is as dead as Grega's ghost.
There is a bunch of nooks and crannies to explore. I am not going to be exploring them.
I knew I smelled something.
I see only orcs and Kashyyyk here.
Let's hope the villagers made it out in time.
How about Akashic orcs? Pretty sure there are Akashic orcs too.
Over here!
I didn't know Phoenix had a beam attack. Shows you how much I've been paying attention. If we weren't so close together, I would try to avoid these fights, but they're so close together that it can be difficult.
It's over! Go for it!
New enemies approach. What? This is a hunt. I'm not sure if it's on the board yet. And I'm not sure if it's ready yet. Oh, it's ready.
Oh, look. It's the king of the castle.
Ow. No, 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 no. Do not hit me with that fucking thing. This guy's almost as bad as the dragon. Of course, he's only level 88, so... Holy flying fuck.
Better already.
My strength is yours.
Okay, well, at least that interrupted him. Why am I insistently pushing the button?
All yours, Torgal. All yours, Torgal.
$6 million experience points. Dang.
Your reign is at an end.
I definitely do not suggest taking that thing on when you're level 88. Or if we were on normal instead, I think it's level 47.
It's Camber all over again.
44?
Where the hell are the royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive. That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slavering monsters.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
Not that it'll matter. The AI for the extra combatants
sure about this?
Sucks.
About leaving my brother on his own. Of course. Mostly.
Lady Vivian's map is so old, it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Eastla.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
I just realized there's a bunch of dessert down here. Like a whole lot of it.
Ugh, this place reeks like a moble's arsehole. Oh, I'm guessing it's not the smell that'll kill us.
I mean, there are giant crabs also. And the giant crabs just make me think of Agnes. What it has gained in size, it will have lost in flavor. And there's some
no holding back.
Tortoises. I really don't want to fight the tortoises. They're annoying. There was a reason fighting that lindworm was important previously, but I don't remember what it is. Let's not and say we did. Let's stay away from the trifles.
Bahamut's breath. Don't look down, Torgal.
Yeah, that's a long way down.
That must be Eastla. What do you think, Clive?
Then we're too late.
Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do.
I wouldn't say nothing.
No quarter gap!
No quarter!
It's over! Now, Torgal!
You think all the villages in Ash are like this?
A question for later, Gap.
This was a place that I returned to a lot. Because there are several places where potions spawn. Admittedly, you have to wait a while between picking them up and then respawning. But when you're not, like, in a rush, and you're pinching your gill,
here they come!
And come, and come, and come.
Gav, you get your mind out of the gutter, man.
Over here! Now, Torgal!
I don't want to die here, Clive.
Then don't.
You're not gonna die here, Gav. And of course, I've already used my limit break.
It isn't over yet!
Of course it bloody isn't.
This one! All yours, Torgal!
Torgal gets it. This is when you're supposed to use your limit break.
All yours, Torgal! It's over!
2.2 billion. Million. Not billion. Million. Actually, I'm not sure how much.
Gav. Gav!
Don't tell me there's more of the bastards.
Oh, fuck.
Hi, Odin.
Have you come to watch, Odin?
Bound for stone here. Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
And how are you going to stop us?
Why, with this!
What did you do?
If the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Shit! No!
Clive, would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened? Oh, you've got to be. How are we supposed to get through that?
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
Before you go practicing your petition, we don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
All right.
In
Maybe
so many
here we can use.
In so many ways, Clive is just the absolute embodiment of fucking Ifrit. Are you up here yet?
There's no one home, Clive.
I know there's no one.
Sit down and look at the
Here
map.
for something. Look at that. If I still was building stuff, that amber would have been really helpful. That's where the guy came out.
I thought we got them all.
So did I.
But them all. What? Another potion.
Please. Please. Please, no.
Miss. Whoa. Easy. Easy. We're not turned, all right?
Who? My thanks, kind travelers.
Edda, forgive me for asking, but what went on here?
It all started when the skies changed. The elders said it was the Arche. One by one, people went mad, minds taken by the ether, till only I remained. By then, I was too far along to run, and then the nights came, and I didn't know what to do.
And this, Arche is...
Just a story. Something our grandparents told us when we misbehaved. About how the heavens would grow dark before the land took her last breath.
The end of the world. You said the others went mad. But where did they go?
They all left. Drawn east to the tower, to Reverie. The elders, the healer, the blacksmith, my husband.
You thinking he did this?
Of course. Who else could it be? You were in Canva. You saw what he did to the people.
But then what about her? How come her nut hasn't cracked?
The baby, perhaps? Could be protecting her from the ether. I can't think of any other explanation.
You mean... it's a bearer?
It won't matter what it is once Ultima's magic takes hold. Time's running out. This tower. That's where we'll find the king.
I knew it. It's the same as Phoenix Gate. Which means at the end of these stairs should be... The mural is complete. Ultima and his vessel, Ifrit. Garuda, Ramu, Shiva, Titan, Bahamut, Odin. Even Leviathan the Lost is here. But where is the Phoenix? By the Founder. So that's what you want, isn't it, Ultima?
So that's how it's gonna be then?
I'm not asking, Gav. I need you to stay with Edda.
What?
I must do this alone. If I don't return, you're to find Joshua and make for the Enterprise. Understood?
Aye. Just don't you go dying on me. Sid's name suits your miserable mug better than mine.
Don't worry. I haven't finished with it yet.
Save. Why did I take the long way? I don't know. Oh, see, Coda knows what's going on. Got a lot on my plate for 9:30s. Gotta be on my ball here. So everybody, good night. Is that a good pupper do? Yeah. One more. All right, everybody. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate y'all. Sleep tight. Don't let the fae bite. And I will see you all in the next stream. Bye!